Online class. This is your class 7. Today we are going to discuss topic how poor we are. Through this topic, today we are going to learn about the real wealth in the life. Money, property, assets are not the real wealth. The real wealth is humanity, generousness, kindness, helpfulness. These are the real wealth in the life. So let us discuss about the topic. Once upon a time, there was a very rich man. He, along with his family, lived in a big palatial building on the top of a hill. His house was surrounded by tall boundaries wall like the Chinese Great Wall. The walls were his protection from outside attacks. He too had private soldiers and a great bulldog to protect him. In moonlit nights, the building looked very beautiful. From there one could see the river, small hills, long stretch of fairy fields, small herds of poor farmers scattered all around, all flooded by the magic of moonlight. During moonless dark night, the building had a special look of its own. The building, the walls, all around the gardens inside were lit by lamp. From a distance one could see dazzling stars in the sky, but the small hearts were sleeping invisibly at night. The rich man lived there like a king very happily. His happiness got doubled when he saw the poor farmers living in small huts down the hill, toiling hard in their fields. His only sorrow was that his only son did not like all his richness and glamour. Often he found him sitting alone in his garden, looking down the hill at the poor farmers toiling in their fields and the rivers flowing by. He was found to be very indifferent to all the richness and glamour of his father. One day the rich man took his son to the poor people living in small huts down the hills. He had in his mind to show his son how rich he was in contrast to the poor farmers. He thought this would work like medicine for his son's sadness. When his son would see these poor people living in small huts, his sadness would disappear. He would realize how privileged he was in contrast to those poor farmers. In a beautiful car, he took him all around. He made him see the poor farmers living in wretched condition. For the first time, his son, who lived like a prisoner in a big house, got the chance to see the outside world. Throughout the tour, his father was telling how these poor people were living in great difficulty. On his way back, very satisfied, he asked his son, "Did you see how poor the farmers are? What did you learn from this?" His son sadly replied, "We have one dog, they have four. We have one pool, but they have rivers. We have artificial lamps, but they have the moon and stars. We buy food, they grow theirs. We have walls to protect us, they have friends. We have encyclopedias, they have Bibles. Thank God for showing me how poor we are. Really, I want to live with them." So let us discuss about the difficult word. Fallacious. Fallacial. Encyclopedia. Scattered. disappear. Rare condition. Palatial means like palace. Prasada bhali, scattered, bichurito. Bichurito, disappeared, ubhei jiba. Ubhei jiba, pore jiba. Encyclopedia, Yamakoso. Rare condition, दयनीय अवस्था. So let us discuss about the topic. So once upon a time, ekada, there was a very rich man. He along with his family lived in a big palatial building on the top of a hill. पहाड़ रो प्रदर्शनी में प्रासाद भलिया धनी लोक ता परिवार सहित रहउथला. His house was surrounded by tall boundaries wall like the Chinese Great Wall. China रो महान wall भली कांथ भली तार घर जाय मुखर सुदूर प्राचीर थिला. महान तो प्राचीर थिला जहा कि बाहर रो आक्रमणकारी भितर सुरक्षा होतला. He too had private soldiers. He too had private soldiers and a great bulldog protected him. ता पाखरे मध्य private soldiers और bulldog मध्य थिला जहा को सुरक्षा दोतला. In moonlight night the building looked very beautiful. In moonlit night the building looks very beautiful. From there one could see the river, small hills, long stretch of paddy fields, small huts of poor farmers scattered all around, all flooded by the magic of moonlight. A चंद्र आलोकर मैजिक रे जादू रे से घर पाख रही जड़े रिवर मान चाषी कृषि क्षेत्र गरीब मान कुड़िया एमती अनेक किसी जिनस से तारा नक्षत्र सब देखि पारुथला. During moonless dark night the building had a special look of its own. जेतेबेले moonless night dark night बा चंद्र नाही अंधार राति रे मध्य से बिल्डिंग रे गोटे स्पेशल लुक रहितला जेटा बहुत सुंदर देखा जाउतला. The building, the walls all around the gardens inside were lit by lamps. The building out there जो बगीचा जे कांत सबु कृत्रिम आलोक द्वारा सज्जित करा जाउतला. From a distance one could see dazzling stars in the sky, but the small hearts were sleeping invisibly at night. टिके दूर जने देखि पारुथला चिकचिक करूथबा आकाश रे तारा माने चिकचिक करूथबा तारा एवं छोट छोट कुड़िया हार्ट होची कुड़िया HUT हार्ट होची कुड़िया. टिके दूर जने from a distance one could see dazzling stars in the sky, but the small hearts were sleeping invisibly at night. टिके दूर जने चिकचिक करूथबा चिकमिक करूथबा तारा को देखि पड़थबा किंतु से कुड़िया लोक माने सोई जाइथबा बेले इनविजिबल एट नाइट देखा अदृश्य होतला बा देखा नथला जेतु अंधार आथिला. The rich man lived there like a very king very happily. The rich man lived there like a king very happily. His happiness got doubled when he saw the poor farmers living in small huts down the hill, toiling hard in the fields. His happiness God doubled तार खुशी तार दुई गुण हे गला कते बेले जते से देखिला ए गरीब लोक माने ताकर चाष जमी रे कठिन परिश्रम करथले से देखि से बहुत खुशी होतला बिकॉज़ द रिच मैन वाज वेरी प्राउड एंड सेल्फिश सो गरीब लोकर कष्ट देखि से बहुत खुशी होतला टॉयलिंग हार्ड होजी टॉयल माने टॉयल रो अर्थ होची टी ओ आई एल टॉयल माने खटिबा खटणी टॉयलिंग होची खटणी His only sorrow was that his only son did not like all his richness and glamour. But his only sorrow means dukha. तार एकमात्र दुख थिला तार एकमात्र पुओ जे कि तार एक ऐश्वर्य ये प्रसाद को ये धनी पुण्या को आदु पसंद कर नथिला. Upon he found him sitting alone in his garden looking down in hill at the poor farmers toiling in their field and the rivers flowing by. परंतु से कोन बहुत देखुतला ना से गोटे तार पोर के बगीचा रे निरला रेखा का बसुतला एवं से गरीब लोकंकर खेतवाड़ को देखुतला जे से माने कठिन परिश्रम करथले एवं जो झरणा बा पहाड़ जो नदी बजाउतला से नदी रो से दृश्य को सब उपभोग करथला. He was found to be very indifferent to all the richness and glamour of his father. One day the rich man took his son to the poor people living in small huts down the hills. पहाड़ पर जो गरीब लोग ने वास करथला समान को देखिया पे इनका पापा बनला को नहीं गला. He had in his mind to show his son how rich he was in contrast to be the poor farmer. तामन रे यह थला जैसे त को देखो जाउथला जैसे केते धनी ए गरीब कृषक को तुलना से केते धनी केते आराम रे जीवन यापन करूची एगुला देखिया पिला ता मन रे ए भावना को नहीं से तार को से गरीब चासी मानकर कुडिया को नहीं जाइला. He thought this would work like medicine for his son's sadness दुख अपुर दुख रे एटा मेडिसिन औषध बेले काम करियो बोली से भाबथला. When his son would see these poor people living in small huts, his sadness would disappear. जेतेबेले से देखा पुओ देखिबो जे गरीब लोक माने केते कठिन परिश्रम करथुंती कुडिया रहउछन जेतेबेले दुख दूरे जिवो. He would realize how privileged he was in contrast to those poor farmers. Privilege स्वतंत्र अधिकार विशेष अधिकार स्वतंत्र अधिकार. तो he would realize आपको बुझिबो जे ए पोर गरीब दासमान के मध्य तार विशेष अधिकार अछि सेटा से बुझी परिबो जो धनी पणिया जो बड़ पणिया सेटा बुझी परिबो. In a beautiful car he took him all around. He made him see the poor farmers living in ragged condition. हला जे गरीब लोक माने केते दयनीय अवस्था रे अछंती से सब देखिया पई से ता को नै जाइथिला. For the first time his son who lived like a prisoner in a big house got the chance to see the outside world. प्रथम थर पाई जे तार कोटी सेई विशाल अट्टालिका मध्यरे गडे बंदी गृह भले जे वास करथला से प्रथम थर पाई सुजोग पाइला बाहर दुनिया को देखिया पाई बाहर जे प्रकृति जो दृश्य को उपभोग करबार सुजोग से पाइला. Throughout the tour his father was telling how these poor people were living in great difficulty. Throughout the tour ए जो यात्रा पूरा यात्रा टे ए पूरा यात्रा के से तार फोक देखि जे केते हाउ डिफिकल्ट केते कष्ट रे से जीवन यापन कोचुंती गरीब चासी माने त बुझेई छी. On his way back फेरिया बाटरे very satisfied बहुत से सार्थकता हेई छी. He asked his son, did you see how poor the farmers are? तो देखलो ए कृषक माने केते गरीब. What did you learn from this? तो कौन सिखिलो? His son sadly replied, दुखर उत्तर दला, we have one dog, they have horse. We have one pool, but they have rivers. We have artificial lamps, but they have the moon and stars. We buy food, they grow theirs. We have walls to protect us, they have friends. We have encyclopedias, they have Bibles. Thank God for showing me how poor we are. Really, I want to live with them there. At the time that the son learned, that the son taught the father real lesson. What is the meaning of richness? What is the true wealth? So we have one dog. Amar gote kukura achi. Saman charita. We have one pool, but they have river. Amar gote matra swimming pool achi. Ba gadwa ghar achi. Nadi achi. Vishal nadi. Amar कृत्रिम आलोक अछि सामान पाखे सूर्य नक्षत्र तारा अछि आमे खाद्य को किनु सामाने ताको खेतरे ताको जमी रे सामाने खाद्य को सामाने तयारी करंती हमर विशाल पाचिर अछि हमको सुरक्षा देबा पई सामान बंधु बांधव अछंती सन सुरक्षा देबा पई हम पाखरे शब्द कस अछि ज्ञान कस अछि सामान पाखरे बाइबल अछि धर्मग्रंथ बाइबल अछि तेणु धन्यवाद पापा तुमे मते वास्तव जिनस को देखेबार सुयोग दिथार आई वांट टू लिव विथ देम देयर मु चाहू कि सामने पास करिया पाए सो थ्रू दिस टॉपिक थ्रू दिस द राइटर्स वांट टू express this thought that the real meaning of the richness wealth is kindness, helpfulness, generousness and humanity. Thank you.